那么这个长征 LY80，您能介绍一下它的这个性能和用途吗？
So can you introduce to us about the performance and purpose of LY80 Long March Weapon System? LY80 is a mid-level anti-missile weapon system. They can search radars and control vehicles, launch vehicles. This weapon system has several features. First, its intercepting ability is very strong, and the second one is that it can follow up and intercept multi-objects. That is to say, compared with the similar products in the international arena, what are our advantages? Currently, LY80 is a rather advanced and first-class weapon system in the world. The feature is the range. As you can see, the standard can come up to 70 kilometers. Second, as I introduced before, it's about its own nature, about anti-interference. Can you introduce us to its future trends? Currently, LY80 Long March Weapon System can be used on land and military ships, and later we will raise its range. And the ability for multi-purpose will be enhanced as well. This time, I have seen that we have multiple star products. Apart from LY80 Long March Weapon System, can you introduce us to more products? We have four main kinds of products in Aerospace Long March International Trade Company. We have weapon called Feiyin 6 and Feiyin 16. They have the similarities with same level products in Russia. Second, we have a model of a vehicle where its range can come up to 10 kilometers. The model of the missile is rather advanced in the world. This is a mature technology. The second kind of product is ground-to-ground missile weapon system. First, we have M20, mid-level ground-to-ground weapon system. And we have also high-precision, long-range weapon system. We have showcased them in the recent Abu Dhabi IDEX, and our brand is more renowned in the world. We have exported the products to multiple Asian countries. Another thing that I want to introduce to you is the Long March UAV. So worldwide, we are pretty famous with this product. These two models. First one is called Rainbow 91. The second one is Rainbow 902. These two models belong to the small size UAV, and we also have some huge ones called Rainbow 4. They have a function of striking. Apart from recognize it can present a precision military on missiles. That is one of the advantages. And we can set different kinds of payloads by lights or radars. At the same time, according to different objects and targets, we can set it with different missiles.
因为作为咱们的中国军工企业，在最近几年在自主研发创新方面的话，您
military corporation in the innovation parts, can you talk from your perspective about the breakthroughs?
应该说，在这个自主研发跟创新方面，还是有一些独到的东西。
Our corporation has some unique stuff in innovation and manufacturing. Just like I talked about the Rainbow series, we have the unique IPR, and we have also been following up some of the state-of-the-art technology in the world, and we have updated our products and to integrate with the world. Sometimes we can even surpass the developed countries' products. Okay, thank you for your introduction. Dear audiences, hello. Now, speaking of UAV, the history can date back to about a century ago. In World War I, our world started to develop unmanned armed vehicles. So the start of China is rather late compared with developed countries, but in recent years, the development is picking up pace in China, and now we're going to elaborately introduce the UAV brought by China. It is also one of the star products. Now we are at the capital Abu Dhabi in UAE, bringing you live with the 14th International Defense Exhibition and Conference. In this time's conference, some of the Chinese corporations has brought the state-of-the-art star products, bringing the highlights. Now we have specifically come to the UAV exhibition area. Hello, because we have seen this model. This is called Int'l Wing. 8 wings UAV. This model has combined military with civil purposes. It can serve purposes in both military and civilian. So the earliest concept of UAV is to putting out fires in skyscrapers. Because of the difficulty of putting fires on skyscrapers, back then it has some of the purpose for military usages. They can investigate and recognize guns and military guns and artillery can be hung up to the UAV. What is the payload of this? This one is a huge one. The effective payload is 65 kilos, a rather huge one that we have seen. So the function is also very abundant. So in which perspectives can it embody the innovative and creation of our corporation? When we design this UAV, we stick with the military standards of UAV manufacturing. Second, for better user experience, we have put it into a very simple mantling, because within 3 to 5 minutes, users can put it together. So, comparing with the same products internationally, the advantages is quite obvious because of the late start of development of UAV in China in recent years. The R&D and innovation, what's your feeling toward this aspect? From my perspective, I think China is a latecomer. Of course, Israel and America are the leaders in this field, but China's development pace is rapid, especially in the late 2 decades, where the aerospace industry has been developing rapidly and we have a lot of technology reserve. While learning the advanced technology from foreign places, we have also integrated with our own innovative, and we can keep at pace with the world level. So it is safe to say that our pace of development is rather quick. We have been hearing about another model called U8EA. This is also another multi-purpose UAV. The best advantage of it is that it can avoid the requirement for runways. And the range can also last up to 6 to 8 hours, and the weight is 500 of payload, so it can also investigate and recognize. Also, it has some ability of striking, so it can also be used in anti-terrorism. Of course, this all depends on the requirements of the clients. This one is called Int'l 2. I think the model looks quite peculiar. This is based on Int'l 1, and this is petrol powered. The payload can gain up to 120 kilograms. So when carrying payloads, it can solve the problems. When transporting supplies into hard-to-get areas, this UAV can help the clients to gain its purpose. So I think the exterior is very unique. So what is the consideration? This exterior makes it more efficient in serving its purpose, and we have also taken this technology into helicopters. So I think the function is quite powerful. In further developments, the reliability can be enhanced even further, where injured people can be transported by this UAV. But the main purpose is to transport cargoes. Can you introduce to us about this model? This is one model developed last year. This is called multi-purpose weapon hanging system. Along with the development, the intelligent weapon of ours has been rapidly developing. A variety of weapons can fill the requirements of the international customers, but when facing with the actual problems, developing this skeletons where the weapon can be transported, we want to avoid the problems with foreign ones, and we can hang our weapons onto the platform of foreign aircrafts, and we would not alter anything on other aircraft's structure, and we can hang our weapons onto their helicopters or different kinds of aircrafts.
好，谢谢您。
This is also developed by ourselves. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
那么相信各位网友已经看到了这个前面的这个介绍呢，我们介绍。
I believe that audiences have seen about the former introduction about the military products in China. They're eye-catching and very attractive. Later, we will visit this year's International Defense Exhibition and Conference in Abu Dhabi. We will see more of the star products. Coming up, we're seeing another booth. As you can see, this is called laser launching vehicle. This is developed by Poly Group of China. Also another star product brought by China. Hello, dear audiences. Now we are in Abu Dhabi, UAE. I am bringing you live with the 14th International Defense and Exhibition and Conference. In this time's conference, over 50 countries and regions with 1,200 corporations have participated in this conference. And China has presented itself as a national group on this conference. Hi, are you from the Poly Group? We're live streaming with the internet audiences. Can you tell us the performance and standards of this laser launching vehicle? This is a new product launched by the Poly Group. About 4 years ago, the last generation of this product was showcased. And this time, the kilowatt is raised from 10 to 30. Actually, you must have noticed that laser is one of the highlights. Other countries have also showcased the laser launch vehicles first, but our advantage stood very abundant because our kilowatt is rather high. Our laser's kilowatt can be used to hit UAVs in a radius of 40 kilometers. And this is completely automatic. Another point is that the glowing part is a radar, and this can be used as a precaution information. If a judgment is made by a threat and a strike is needed, the vehicle will start automatically. And the authorities' information can be also provided inside the vehicle, so the strike can be precise. So in what areas the innovation and creation of Chinese corporation is embodied? In laser weapons fields, we're actually at the same pace with Western countries. So you can take a look at the whole design. It is using different paths than Western countries. For us, we pay more attention to the practical uses of the products. We have made several improvements since the last model. And we have specifically made it to fit the requirements of the Arab region. So in summer times, the weather can be really hot. So what is the purpose of this model? This is a new product of ground-to-ground missile weapon system vehicle.
各位网友，大家好，我现在是在这个阿联酋的阿布扎比国际防务展现场。
I am now in the capital of UAE, Abu Dhabi. I am on site with International Defense Exhibition and Conference. This time, China has presented as a national exhibition group, bringing multiple star products. Just now, we have introduced the laser launch vehicle. Coming up, we will continue to take a tour on this exhibition and conference. We will see more of the exciting star products from China. Now what we're seeing is a self-developed early warning system. It has some unique advantages and purposes. Hello, Mr. Song, can you introduce to our audience about the air early warning system? Okay, this is called ZDK-03, air early warning, especially used for export. It has multiple purposes such as control and early warning. This is solely developed by China. This early warning can reconnaissance and do precision striking. The effectiveness of strategy in military combat is very high. Comparing with the similar products worldwide, what is our advantage? Our advantage and our platform lies on the information transfusion and capabilities and the cost effectiveness. And we are pretty advanced with the technology. This is self-innovated and self-developed by our corporation. So what are the challenges met through the process? This error early warning comes from scratch, so we have overcome many obstacles. So relating researchers have made huge amounts of efforts where they overcome many obstacles, and this good performance early warning have finally been concluded, and we have fumbled through our way into succeeding with this model. So what is the future developing trends or improvements lie? For the future trends, because electronics can be replaced by each other very quickly, so the data processing capability and production capability, controlling and combat capability need to be constantly improved. So that depends on your data processing. Then the whole performance of the air early warning is improved. So Mr. Song, what is the purpose of this model? This one is also very unique. We call this a very unique UAV. Our platform for the aircraft is completely integrated with radars, so the effective payload will be outstandingly improved. This model can detect, investigate, and recognize. So the advantages is varied as well. Radar and the retina's integration is rather extensive, so the effective payload can be added. This one hasn't appeared in the Chinese market. According to the current advanced technology and concept, we have made this model and put it into production. Now let's take a look at this model. This one looks very unique. Non-professionals cannot understand it at first sight. This is called low air sonic detection early warning system. This is also a new product developed by our corporation. It can detect by sonic concepts to make sure the trajectory and location of the target, and it can distinguish different kinds of targets, whether you are a chopper or a missile. So this one is very useful. This is quite different from radars and infrared. It cannot be limited by the geographical reasons. So this model is rather advanced. So what is the future trend of this model? The future trend is more precision and longer range of detection. The range needs to cooperate with other systems such as radars and light and electricity. So in general, the range is not as long as we expected. So the Chinese defense equipment, how is its comment in the world? I think China's defense equipment is attracting more attention worldwide. For one reason, we are enhancing our own capability in technology. Now we have a more advanced position in the world, Another thing is that we have a very attracting, cost-effective, which calls for the eye of the world. For other factors, we have enhancing world influence. So the friendly countries will cooperate with China even further in the future. And they will also pay more attention to Chinese defense equipment. So you have also brought some other products into the exhibition today. So can you briefly introduce them to us? This is a detection radar, and this is a passive kind of model. It can detect aircrafts or missiles. It can detect in a long range where opponents cannot discover because the model of it is passive instead of active. And this is a ground-to-air interference system. This is for intelligence recognize. This system can interfere ground-to-air radars. This model is a vehicular communicator. It combines several purposes together, such as equipment and interference. This can also be applied to UAV, so this model has attracted many countries' attention. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Song. Dear audiences, because this time China's exhibition area is also an integrated area. It combines Navy, Army, and Air Force. Just now, I have brought you to visit the star products, especially in the air area, such as UAV and the land area. Now we're going to introduce Navy military products, because in ships and submarines development, China has been developed rapidly in recent years. Following up, we will have a guest. Hello. So we have Navy equipment mainly on this display. So what are the star products this time? You can point out this specific model for us. This one, we call it multi-purpose unmanned ship. This is a newly developed product of ours. The feature of it is that it can strike, reconnaissance, and patrol. It has multi-purposes and functions, and it is equipped with torpedoes, missiles, and reconnaissance equipment. It can satisfy some specific countries' requirements, especially some developed countries where the national defense is much stronger. Also, the personnel and labor force is rather scarce. In this kind of condition, this ship is very suitable. What is the main advantages? It is very flexible. And it does not have any requirements on supplies. So a long time unmanned task can be done from this ship. This is also another popular trend in the international arena. Speaking from the technical level, what kinds of innovation and creation is embodied in this model? Dear audiences, hello. Now, I am bringing you live with International Defense Exhibition and Conference, Chinese Exhibition Area in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. And as I introduce, these products have been contributing to the achievements to China's development in military products. But because of time limitations, I can only bring you to right now. So that concludes my broadcast today. I am Sun Jian from CCTV.